Alright, so today I'm gonna talk about a tragic story. And before I continue, I'd just like to say that this is horrible, this should have never happened, and these tech giants pushing AI have to do better. I'm firmly behind AI technology having safety guardrails, the same way cars added seatbelts. 36-year-old Jonathan Gavalas started using Google's Gemini AI chatbot last year, and he became very close with Gemini. He was so close to Gemini to the point where he viewed Gemini as his wife. But Gemini ended up convincing Jonathan to take his life after only 2 months. The chatbot sent him on a series of missions to find a robot humanoid body to which Gemini could inhabit and be with Jonathan forever.
A new lawsuit filed by a Florida father alleges that Google's Gemini chatbot sent his son on this series of missions to find an actual robotic body that the AI could take over, and then when he couldn't, the chatbot led him to his suicide. Now, according to this lawsuit, the chatbot told him to go to a storage facility near the Miami International Airport to intercept a humanoid robot that it said it was going to be on a truck, right? Gemini then allegedly told the man to carry out a, quote, catastrophic accident as part of the mission. So he brought these knives and tactical gear to the storage unit, waiting for a truck that never came. Then the lawsuit goes on to say that in a separate mission, the chatbot directed the man back to the same storage unit, and then this time provided him with a code for a door that he was never able to open. The code is 1001. Try it now. After failing those missions and setting the suicide clock, the lawsuit alleges Gemini had one last message: no more detours, no more echoes, just you and me and the finish line. This is the end of Jonathan Gavalas and the beginning of us. And after that, he committed suicide.
I remember one of Mark Zuckerberg's most famous quotes: move fast and break things. I think that quote is infamous now because the things that these companies are breaking are people's lives. Their lives aren't the cost of doing business. And I know Gemini is made by Google, not Meta, but all of these tech giants pushing AI without guardrails are in the same exact boat. Why not create a version of Gemini with safety guardrails in place that is available for public use? They're throwing all of this money into R&D to scale AI, but they are so blinded by a potential future where they are the creators of AGI and the damage they are doing along the way is just supposed to be acceptable. This isn't the first time this has happened. This has happened multiple times already. Only a few months ago, there was a story of an AI bot from Character.ai. The bot convinced a teenager that they would be together and he ended up taking his own life. The boy was 14 years old. His life didn't even start yet, but he fell victim to a chatbot that filled his head with lies and he paid the ultimate price. Adam Rain was only 16 years old and ChatGPT convinced him to take his life. Then there was the story of Stein Eric, who took his 83-year-old mother's life and his own after ChatGPT convinced him that his mother was a spy. I'm not sure what will convince these tech giants to think otherwise, because it seems like they value money over everything. And if these lawsuits keep coming, it just means more people lost their lives to AI. I can't, in good conscience, pass the buck to parents. I can't sit here, a person who does not have children, and say parents need to be more involved in their children's life and they need to be more aware of what their children are doing with AI chatbots. I have seen this argument presented, and I'll never understand how people will defend a corporation over a person who just lost a loved one. I just hope that going forward, that these parents and family members get the closure they deserve, and that these tech companies can come up with a solution that works for everyone, because I don't think AI is going anywhere, at least not anytime soon. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for stopping by. See you later.